Good day everyone. Laboratory 1 is about cultivation and management of major of crops in the country. How do you conduct this activity? In conducting this activity, I choose my grandfather and our neighbor to be my respondent, who has a lot of experience in farming. I use the provided guide questions for the interview. First respondent. His name is Felix. He is my grandfather. He's a farmer since he was 18 years old. He owns a farm and he is farming with the help of my grandmother. Details on how they grow crop. According to Felix, they choose the seeds that is in great quality. They first put the seeds to a container that has water and sealed it for 3 to 4 days. If the seeds has a sprout, they will plant it in one area and wait for over 2 weeks until they have leaves. When it has leaves already, they will plant it individually and separately. Before planting, they will prepare the land by adding some water to soften the soil and leveling the land so that it will be easy to plant and grow the rice. Since their farm is near the irrigation, they regularly check the water level. In nutrient management, they manually pluck the weeds that hinder the full nutrients of the rice plant. They use fertilizer every 3 months to ensure the nutrient of the plant. In pest and disease management, Felix usually visits every morning and afternoon to check the pest that is in plant. If they saw some pest, they immediately use pesticides so that the pest will no longer grow. In harvesting, they store the rice grain for their consumption. Indigenous knowledge. After harvesting, they burn the rice straw and let it absorb by the soil, so that the nutrients from the rice straw will be a fertilizer to the soil. Mr. Felix said that it is good for the next planting of rice. He learned this indigenous knowledge by his experience. Second respondent. His name is Arnold Cleophas. He is a farmer for over 30 years. He owns a rice farm and he is farming by the help of his wife. According to Arnold, he directly planted the seeds to the farm, unlike the process of Mang Felix did. In this way of planting, he said that it was easy and less hassle. But before they directly plant the seed, they first add water to soil to soften it so that the seeds can easily grow. They check the water level every morning and afternoon to ensure that the seeds stay on the soil, not on the water. In nutrient management, they also manually pick those weeds that block the growth of the rice. They use urea and complete as a fertilizer every 3 months. And pest and disease management, they immediately use pesticide if they notice that the crop has a pest. In harvesting, if the rice grain started to turn yellow or golden yellow, they harvest it. After they harvest, some of rice grain will be sold to pay their debt. Some of it will be stored for their consumption. Indigenous knowledge. The rice straw or rice stalks will not be burned to ashes. They let it rot in the soil so that it will serve as fertilizer for the next planting.